Plains was the launch pad for Jimmy Carter's run for Georgia governor 48 years ago, not to mention his successful run for the White House a few years later.
Welcome, everybody.
At age 93, Jimmy Carter is now one of America's elder statesmen, while still a fiercely partisan Democrat. He met Stacey Abrams outside a cinder block building called Mercer Medicine, which is the centerpiece healthcare facility in Plains, opened with some pull from the former president. Abrams says healthcare, especially in rural Georgia, is a crisis and put it in starkly personal terms.
And this is personal for me. I have a younger brother who is bipolar and who's also a heroin addict. And he is in and out of the criminal justice system because he lives in a state that, like Georgia, has refused to expand Medicaid.
Abrams wants Georgia to expand Medicare under the Affordable Care Act, something Republicans, including her opponent Brian Kemp, strongly oppose. Kemp said Monday he favors a new tax credit for rural hospitals.
My idea of fixing health care is not to take more government money and throw it at a program where doctors are losing 14 cents on the dollar and aren't taking patients. So we got to do more than that. We got to have people investing in rural Georgia. We got to have a governor that's going to focus on that with job creation.
Carter said the job creation answer avoids the health care issue.
That would be a very good thing on the long term, but you can't correct the immediate problems with health care by doing that. So I think Kemp is just trying to avoid the issue.
You can't create opportunity when people can't find the ability to take care of themselves.
Before he exited, Carter recalled that his grandson, Jason Carter, ran for governor as a Democrat 4 years ago and lost the seat now sought by Abrams. The former president said he is optimistic that Abrams can do better than his grandson did in a state that hasn't elected a Democrat as governor in 20 years. In Plains, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.